Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, this has been 13 years of tracking my net worth from the time that I turned 18 years old all the way until 31 years old now. And we're essentially approaching the $2 million mark. And I will say I am not a genius by any means. I've not done one single decision that was a genius decision that made all of this money. Essentially, I have taken hundreds and thousands of small decisions and just essentially made the common sense choice just many, many, many times. And because of those small choices, they compound into significant results over time. So again, we're coming up on 2 million, but exciting to see. If you're interested, feel free to comment down below. I may do a quick recap of the last 13 years of how I started at negative 6,000 and now approaching at 6 million. So we're going to update here on June 2025. So kind of an uneventful month this month. Honestly, I had a work trip for 1 week, but just made the base pay for this month. And so we're at 14,000 base pay. I put 8,900 of that is what I took home. My wife is doing some adjunct teaching, so she brought home $250 this month, and then that should be $500 to $600 next month because of the way that the semesters fell. Rental income still at 2,525. We are moving those up, so one of them we just moved up 125, so that'll take place in September, and that will bring us up to I don't know, through probably 2,650 roughly, just from that one moving up every single month. And again, they are significantly under rented, both of them, probably $500 a month on both. So extra income this month was from our credit card points, so $631 there, a gross pay of $17,444, and our take-home pay was $12,300 for the month. And so you can see I've been tracking income for the past 13-ish years. So you can see 2012 made 5,000, then 17,000, 39,000, 37, 36. Focused on real estate a little bit during the 2016s. Made 43,000. Switched jobs and became hourly at a pretty good hourly rate. So worked crazy overtime to 85,000. Then took a decrease for 70,000, 75,000. 2021 we got close to 100. Then we broke that in 2022. And then we switched jobs in 2023 and made 245,000, mainly due to a sign-on bonus I got in March. Last year we made 213, and it looks like this year I'm on pace for somewhere probably around 250, I would assume. So I'm kind of slowly, inching up over time. So it's been 12, 13 years I've been working pharmaceuticals. At the same time, been doing real estate on the side. So you can see I've made $174,000 from just rental income in the past 10 years roughly. And then $490,000 of just extra income, like selling firewood, flipping stuff, doing real estate. I'm a part-time real estate agent as well, so some of this money's from real estate. Speaking of that, I should have a couple transactions next month as well, so I should get a few $1,000s extra come July as well. So total lifetime earnings, I've made 1,246,000. My wife has made 430,000, and then our total income is 2.3 million. So if I jump into our net worth here, I'll zoom in a little bit so everyone can see. Oops, there we go. So for June, house number 5, 7, 8, and the land, I'm just moving those up 2% per year, so they're just inching up very slowly. What's really happening is our market's going up about 10% a year, so I'm falling drastically behind on my real estate prices. But right now, they're pretty reflective of what the actual house values are for all of those. So it looks like I have about 1.6 million worth of real estate assets, but then you have to minus the debts out of there. So I'm getting pretty close to $1 million in real estate equity. Then for vehicles, no real changes with there. We probably won't make any updates in terms of vehicles for 3, 4, 5 years, I'm assuming. So yeah, that really won't change. And we had just bought the new car a couple months ago, so we paid cash for that. Investment properties, everything is pretty much at the time of this recording back to all-time highs. S&P is around 6,200 a share. Again, not a genius or anything. My personal opinion is I feel like it's overpriced from what it is right now. I will say I'm still about 50% in money markets right now and probably 50% invested. So, but yeah, we saw a $3,000 increase in our HSA account. I went up about 10,000 in my 401ks, and then my wife went up about 6,000 in her 403b. So overall, we are up almost 20,000 this month. So we're approaching 700,000, which is, I mean, exciting to see. It'll probably be a year or two, and we'll cross that $1 million mark of investable assets of just stocks. So it was kind of cool to see as well. This was the first month where my investments are now equal to more than what my actual debt is. So last month we were pretty close, but still 6,000 away. And then this month we just blew it out of the water. So we're now 22,000 ahead of our total debts. For these first three debts, these really are not the goal. These are all financed on, the first two are 30 years. The land is on 15-year, and they're all around 3% interest rates. So pretty cheap. The last one, house number 8, this is my primary goal right now, is getting house number 8 paid off. If you scroll back just a few years ago, so you can kind of see, we started this in June of 2023, so exactly about 2 years ago, and we owed 686,000, and we've just been chipping away at that for the past 2 years. So we've went from 686 down to 319. So we've paid off about 360,000 in 2 years. And so that's about, honestly, how long I'm thinking we have left to go um, to get house number 8 paid off, which is our primary residence. Once that's done, we will be able to bank money so quick, it'll be exciting. So we could probably, I'm guessing we can probably save 150,000 a year, or maybe $12,000 a month, take home savings um, on just an average year. I'm living normally. So I think it'll be roughly March of 2027 is what I'm projecting. So a little bit less than 2 years, and we'll have house number 8 paid off. Um, and then once that's done, we'll focus on just aggressively buying real estate at that point, and most likely in cash. I'll probably save up for 9 months to 12 months, and then purchase those houses in cash. So this month we were able to save about $7,000, and so all of that money that would have been saved in this checkings account here basically went to pay off the extra principal for house number 8. So it is down to $319,423 as of June 30th. So total debts, we're down $9,000, a little under 9,000. So we're at 670,000 of total debts. So again, just whittling away, chipping that down slowly but surely. So, and again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I think the key to finances is not one right decision that you make in your lifetime that automatically makes you a millionaire. It is thousands of small decisions, just like this, every month, slowly, methodically whittling this down. And then, you look up in 2 years and you don't even have a house payment. And so it's things like that truly help people get financial independence or financial freedom. But checkings account, this would normally have had that $7,000 in it, but again, because the goal is to pay off our house, all of that went to our house. So 40,000 is about probably 9 months worth of living expenses for us. So we have 40,000 just sitting in our checkings account, and anything over that just goes to house number 8. Last thing to mention is rental checkings went up about $700-800 this month, so it's at 31,000. Again, that's the highest that this account's ever been, and again, it makes about 8,000 a year after repairs and maintenance. And so I do have a few small repairs that I'll have to make over the next couple months, but we've got plenty of reserve in there. And then as we whittle down house number 8, I will probably pull from these in the very end. I'll probably pull 20,000 from checkings and probably 20,000 from our rental checkings. And so once we get down to 40,000, I'll just take both of those and throw it at house number 8 to get it paid off. And I do have a couple other tricks up my sleeve, like I mentioned in previous videos, how to get that accomplished a little bit sooner. So down here at the bottom, you can see our net worth went up about 30-ish thousand this month, I believe. If I can do the math right, yeah, $31,392, I believe that is, and $91. And so, yeah, I mean, really good month, honestly. Usually, I think my goal pace is to save about 10 or 12,000 a month, or about 150,000 a year. For the past 3 or 4 years, we're absolutely blowing that out of the water. And definitely the compounding effect is really building up for us at this point. So we have, I would say we've, at least in my opinion, achieved critical mass in our investments. So we're almost at 700,000. So if the market goes up 10%, that's $70,000 right there. Plus I get my employer match of 6%. Plus in a couple of years I'll get my pension, which will be equivalent of about 300,000 worth of pension that I'll get in March of 2028. I think that is. Um, so yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like we've achieved critical mass. This month we're up 30,000. But if I switch back over to income, we only made 17,000. So that's essentially like we saved every bit of our money this month, mainly because of stocks moving up that 20,000. So there will be months where it's up. There'll be months where it's down. When it's up, just appreciate those times and maybe sell if you feel like something's overvalued. If things go down, that's like it did the past in April and May. I was aggressively buying in those months. I think I spent 300,000 buying stocks in April, and so now that's kind of picking back up, and we're seeing the benefits of that. But so that's really it. Like I said, pretty short month overall. Appreciative of the increase. I don't know if it will be this if we keep on pace to what we've been on. We have saved in 6 months. We've saved $204,000, and so we're on pace this year to hit about 408,000, which would put us over the $1 million mark. Since we started the year at 1.6 million, that would let us into 2,033,000 roughly. So yeah, we'll see. I tend to be not super optimistic, more of a realist. And so when I actually did my forecasting for the year, I thought I'd be around 1.85 million, and we're already approaching that, and we're just halfway through the year. So yeah, and I will say I don't have many bonuses left. I get my main bonus in March here, as you can see. So the rest of this will look just like it did last year. So I should be making almost 14,000 a month, except for the month of November. I'll get 3 paychecks in that month. So income from my main job, it will just be pretty steady over the next 6 months. It'll really just be real estate. Like how many real estate deals can I close? And then all of that money will just go to paying off house number 8. So in terms of goal pace, I mean, really, like I've said, the main goal is paying off house number 8, but I do have to hold myself accountable. And so the goal is to have 4 million by 40 years old. Like I've said, we're 31 at this point, and we have another 9 years to go. So this would be my goal pace of hitting 4 million by 40. So we're just over $600,000 ahead of that goal pace. So it's looking like we'll blow that completely out of the water. I mean, maybe even hit 6, 7 million by 40 years old, and will really depend on real estate as well. Once I get house number 8 paid off, I I am in the position to find lots of real estate deals that are significantly under market. The only problem that I have is just financing them. I either have to finance them or pay cash for them. And at this point, I've got to reduce risk and get houses paid off and kind of lock myself in first before I go that much more in debt. So that is really it for June. So not a super exciting month, but sometimes that's the name of the game. You just got to find your goal and stick to it, and keep working in the direction that you feel that you and your family should be going. So I see the goal is in sight for my family and I. We're a little bit less than 2 years away from achieving that big milestone. I think on the way we'll surpass the $2 million mark, and then by that point, yeah, have a paid for house and be off to the races. So hopefully, I think that's kind of the next 2 years. I think 5 years, if I can have 3 to 4 years of saving up money and then buying real estate, I will probably leave my main job when net worth probably hits 3 to 4 million, I would say, and my family and I can, live comfortably and not have to worry about stuff. So that's probably the 5 year goal, and that would put me about 36 years old. So if you've made it this far in the video and things seem super unrealistic, I can promise you they are definitely not. A lot of my friends and acquaintances and stuff have a lot more saved up than what I do. However, there are a lot of people on the internet too that don't have hardly anything saved up, and I think the vast majority of people don't even have $1,000 saved up. So just having a goal and sticking to it and whittling away with just the right consistent action slowly but surely over time. You look up 13 years later and you've got a $2 million net worth for some reason. So just seems crazy that one small decision in the right direction, or a bunch of small decisions can get you that far in 13 years. But I've rambled on long enough, so if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Last month's and next month's videos are on the screen now, and we will catch you in the next video.